10,000 tick trap. $10,000 tick trap.
Pandas, 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 pandas. Go over my pandas. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Bye Money, and this is the main event. This is the main show. This is the main stream. We just finished our pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Hope you guys are doing amazing. And I don't know about you, but that drop at 8:30 blew my pants off. That was insane. Blew my panda pants off. Give me a second here. As you guys are rolling in, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. Also helps a lot if you drop a GM in the chat with your location. What are we looking for here, pandas? We're looking for a two-legged pullback. Let's see if we get it. Pre-market analysis. We do have a break of trend, and we are turning to some sort of spiking channel here, but it's a little weird. In my opinion, this is not really a spiking trend. This looks like just another downtrend, right? Pause, another downtrend, and we may have to just treat this like another trend here. But we will be tempted to look for major trend reversals, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen today. Let me show you the 5-minute chart. This is insane. If I open my charts up and I just let's just say I just woke up, open my charts up around 8:30, and I woke up and I saw this candle right here, I would probably have to reload my historical data and be like, something's wrong here. This is like, sometimes when you open NinjaTrader, it prints candles like this, when the data is not rendered correctly, and I'd be like, something's wrong here. What's going on? I'm just saying, pandas, when you get a bar like this, the natural inclination should be this. We're most likely in a downtrend day today. When you have a candle that looks like this, most likely, I mean, within the downtrend, you probably can have a bunch of swings, but in my opinion, when you have a bar like this, you should be thinking downtrend, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. We could have a massive reversal sometime during the day, but when I see this big surprise bar like that, I'm looking for more short opportunities than long, until proven otherwise. Until we see maybe a 50% break of this and start breaking up, then maybe I will start thinking, okay, this might reverse. But as far as I can see it, this seems like a downtrend day today. That's what it seems like. And we also not only to have some follow through with that. So we got 3 pushes down here, and now we're on yesterday's close. And not only that, we broke yesterday's close, which means on the daily, pandas, this means on the daily chart we had a reversal, right? We had a reversal here. This is complex because even when you're on a 2K chart, this setup is complex, but this is a two-legged pullback, right? Second entry short. It does make a scalp for us, right? A pretty good move down, but not enough to consider this is a continuation of this downtrend. In fact, instead of going down, we call this a failed second entry short because it reversed here. You can see that with a 3 here. This 3 means that we made a third push up, making this two-legged pullback fail, and now we have a push up. And I don't know if you guys were there with me yesterday, but I said, I would feel safe to continue to reverse this, thinking that we're still in a downtrend if we don't break this pivot high. And pandas, let me show you. We were 1 point away from that pivot high, and we reversed on a dime, and now we broke the low here, showing me now this is a failed second entry short, which is a failed trap, right? These trap traders who are thinking we're gonna go long forever, who are trading higher time frames, of course, but boy, oh boy, when you break this low here, that to me signals failed second entry, failed trap essentially. And we have a lower high second entry short here, right? With this 2, you can see a 2 here showing us that's a lower high. And boy, oh boy, pandas, I said this in a two-legged pullback Discord. This looks interesting, right? Because it's a strong bull bar ending on its high. But I am still looking for a new low. I am still looking for a new low here, right? In my opinion, we got first breaker trend. I'm still looking for a new low sometime. Now, will it happen? I don't know, but that's what I would be typically looking for if this was any other time frame and if I'm reading the price action. So right now we have a failed trap working out, and we already broke the low here, making me think we can have a strong downtrend day today. Pandas, we're gonna let the price action tell us. If the market crashes, we do not care. We simply do not care. We just want to trade. We have our daily charts, and we just want some volatility so we get some opportunities to trade. Volatility means opportunity. We do have a two-legged pullback coming here off of the 20 EMA. I'm gonna sit on my pause here, and I'm gonna just let this play out. Honestly, I would look for basically any short at this point, but I'm gonna sit on my pause. Second, pandas, as I set some stuff up. The volatility kind of slowed down a little bit. I see a downtrend right now, and I'm going to treat this like a downtrend until proven otherwise. I marked this as a break of trend and possible reversal, and that they tried to reverse it here, but this reversal fails, and now we push down harder, making that new low. Kind of similar to the daily chart. That's kind of what we're looking for the daily chart, right? We have this reversal fails, and then pushes down. I may look for a lower high setup here. Now I'll be interested in a lower high setup. We're almost at market open, so I probably actually sit on my pause until market opens, but make sure you guys fill that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's gonna be. Let me say good morning to a couple of you guys who aren't pandas yet. Spawn Productions, good morning. Hussein Namadi, good morning from Bahrain. Yurizandi Negreen from Miami. Let's go. Manuel R, good morning. Russell H, good morning. Russell H says, I took 2 market sell orders during that drop. LOL, let's go, baby. We failed to actually get our lower high setup, and instead it just pushes down. And we lose our count, right? The count resets here, so we gotta wait for another two-legged pullback, right? Two-legged move. Jonathan Hotspot says follow through is the best. Lower high setup. Spawn Productions. Do you always enter a two-legged pullback at sell limit if you think it's gonna go down? I always enter with a stop limit order. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but there's a stop market order and there's a stop limit order, and I like to enter on stop limit orders because I don't like slippage. The slippage could be really bad sometimes and it messes me up. So I like stop limit orders. I sometimes miss my trades. It's rare. It's pretty rare. I would say I'll probably get in 90% of the time in my orders, unless the market's very strong. Like it will skip my order and I won't get filled. But I just don't like slippage. That's my way to prevent slippage. Pandas, my pandas. We're just sitting on our pause here. No setups really. We are in a massive downtrend. Yeah, this to me is just a downtrend. It could be. I'm just gonna treat this like a downtrend day today, unless we have like strong, very strong evidence that it's not. Market just open, pandas. Let's get that bamboo. I'm gonna trade 2 contracts right now. Looking for a 2-legged pullback off of our trend line here if we can get it. Decent push up, terrible signal bar to enter short in. But we're on our trend line now. And I like the good, terrible signal bar, very bad signal bar. And we're clearly above the 20 MA now. We could try to make a reversal here. Market may try to do that. I'm not going to take a reversal though. I'm not looking for a reversal right now. I'll look for a failed reversal. Signal bar is not that good. We just broke this trend. I'm going to see what the market does here. We have first break of this trend. And, you know, I'm looking for a new low. That's what I typically look for. So I'm not looking to go long here at all. I'm actually looking to go short still. But I need a good setup. Strong bull bars ending on their high right when the market opens off of yesterday's low. Kind of finding support there. In my opinion, it's not going to last. I mean, we might get a little push up here, but I feel like we're going to push again down. Clearly below the 20 MA on the higher time frames. The 10K, the 5-minute. In fact, oh, interesting. Okay, this is a hidden second entry. Also hidden second entry on both 10K and the 5-minute. So this is going to try to trap here, in my opinion. It might try to trap. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to take a failed trap here. If this pops up and then reverses again, I'm going to take a failed trap. Right now it's a perfect scalp trap. And I'm looking for it to try to trick people to reverse this. And I'm just going to take the failed trap here. I'm going to take a failed trap here. This trap does scalp. I'm looking for a failed trap here. And it actually does push up. And this reversal is actually working out. Surprising for me. Because, you know, we're in such a strong downtrend, I wasn't looking for a long trade here. But this long trade is working out. And we may come back to the 20 MA on these higher time frames. But very tricky, right? For those who are swing trading this, in my opinion, that's tricky. I wouldn't go long there, in my opinion. But obviously it's working out, right? You get a nice scalp here. So knowing that I got that wrong, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe we are going to be like in a type of trading range type day. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's scary for me to go long at all in this downtrend. Especially with the first break of trend like that. Scary stuff for me. Let me get a vibe check from you guys. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're green. Give me a 2 if you were red yesterday. Give me a 3 if you didn't trade at all. Okay, see, interesting. So now our reversals are scalping. Right, so swing traders here are looking for 2 times risk reward at least. I still want to go short, and but we'll see. I need a setup here. I see a lot of ones. I see a lot of ones in the chat. If you're a 2, don't worry. Don't worry. A lot of us are 2s. Of course, I like to see 1s. I would prefer to see 1s. I love when my pandas get their bamboo. But I also understand if you're 2 right now because it happens. It really does happen. I understand. I would say the price action in the last 2 to 3 days have been horrendous. I mean, the price action yesterday to me was absolutely horrendous. It was just painful. Let's just say that. I did not like the price action yesterday. And it was just not good in my opinion. I'm not gonna go short here above the 20 MA. Even though I'm looking for a short trade right now, I can't take that short above the 20 MA like this. It's gonna maybe act clearly as a support, and it might happen. Perfect scalp. Potential trap trade to the long side. I would even take a failed trap here on a reversal. I'm still looking to go short, pandas. This to me is just a small uptrend, and if this fails, I wouldn't even take this short here. If it doesn't fail, I'm gonna probably reconsider my premise here. Perfect scalp. All right, I'm reconsidering my premise. Something's wrong here. Or first break a trend to new high. We're nearing the 20 EMA on the higher time frames. First break a trend to new high. That means, pandas, my only trade setup is right now a fail second entry long. That'll be my only setup right now with a major trend reversal. That's what I'm looking for now. Vincent Liu says, man, I was long pre-market but scalped out early. We just tapped, got very close to the 20 MA on the 10K chart. 5 minutes, still has some space, about 4 points. Trapping to the long side here. So whoever went short there, they saw a good signal bar going short here, and it could be like people who are going short, like say people short here, and they're trying to scale in, trying to come out break even at this point. My only setup right now, pandas, is a fail second entry long here. We keep pushing up, and it could just be all these people are short, maybe getting squeezed right now. You can tell these people are trying to come out break even, right? They're trying to come out, but they can't because it keeps trapping upwards, and so they keep on having to scale in, which means at a certain point they're gonna break their accounts. It's gonna happen, and it could happen with an exhaustion bar. The exhaustion bar usually shows like when all of the, in this case, all the bears are just, smashed. They just got margin called. It's a failed trap to the downside. After this breaker trend, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up. My only entry is a fail second entry long. I marked it out here a while back, and I'm still waiting for the setup. It's the only setup I'm looking for, unless we have a strong break of the 20 MA, and then we get a two-legged pullback like this. So we got Exhibit A, Exhibit B. These are my two setups I'm looking for, especially when we had such a strong downtrend before, and I'm looking for that trend to continue. And I think it's about time it's going to happen, mostly because the 10K is hitting the 20 MA. So I'm thinking, right, on the smaller time frames, we're going to start to reverse here. And notice on the 10K chart, this is a hidden second entry if it does break this low. It is a hidden second entry. Also on the 5 minute. The reason why I say it is a hidden second entry is because in this one bar, all this happened. A, B, C. All of that happened in one bar, right? This one bar had a double reversal. Hidden second entry. We are pushing higher, pandas, which is unusual, right? This is the place I would look for a reversal, and it's not happening. So my premise may be changing here, pandas. I mean, we are breaking above the 20 MA on the 10K, but the 5 minute, we're just touching it. Big reversal off of yesterday's low, and that could be our support here. Who knows? All I know, even for me, there were like almost no entries here, and I wasn't even really thinking about entry to go long. In my opinion, we still have this first break of this trend here. First break of trend, but when you look like this, you're not really considering this like a first break of trend. You're just thinking reversal at this point. The double bottom kind of happened here. I'm not sure. Very strong push up here. Okay. Scary push up. Almost like a V bottom. No entries for me though. Am I still looking to go short, pandas? Not as much, but I mean, when you looks like this, it's kind of hard to think of going short right now. But you know, my only setup would be failed second entry long. You know, if I were to take a short at this point, I would have to consider this probably. It's hard to kind of chart this because you got kind of a trend that looks like this, and then we broke trend, and then we kind of made another strong push up here like this. Huh. Interesting. It's hard to chart this because as you can see, it's actually accelerating as it goes up. So like if I were to draw even if I were to draw this, we've got first break of trend. Kind of hard to draw this. So I have like this channel here. The channel breaks, and then it maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. And it looks like this now, and now we have another trend. Kind of looks like this. I'm gonna have to look at this channel here like this because it accelerated higher. I don't know, pandas. I mean, right now this uptrend is so strong, it's kind of difficult to actually mark the channel, but I think I have this channel here. I'm gonna use this one for now. But we're clearly above the 20 MA. Like, we haven't broken beneath the 20 MA at all. We're like flying above it, and in my opinion, a lot of bears probably got trapped along this way. And you can see with all these traps, every single one of these traps, a bear dies. every trap here, there's a bear gets buried. I really thought this break of this low would have caused a big drop. Could create a double top here, but even if it creates a double top, the force that we came up to is so strong. I'm not sure if it's just gonna bounce off of it. Very difficult. I mean, I have no setups here regardless. I'm just watching this go without me, and I'm kind of glad too, because I was not thinking it was gonna bounce like that. I was not thinking, you know, higher time frames, clearly above the 20 MA, clearly above the 20 MA here on the 10K chart, right? No pullbacks at all along this entire uptrend. We do hit this pivot high, maybe creating a double top here, unsure though. Just watching, just watching. In my opinion, like, I cannot go short here unless I have like a failed second entry long. But even then, like, I'm still looking for a break of trend to new high, because this trend is so strong. Like, unless it's gonna make it a top, I don't know. Pandas, hope you guys are doing amazing. We could have a two-legged pullback. I may want to go long here at this point, but no entries. I can't even go long here. We're starting to break this trend and pushing up higher. You know, bulls are in control, complete control still, and they're not shy to go long, right? They just went long on that first entry. Making, this double top here, currently making a double top here on this double top. Interesting. Making a double top on the double top. It's hard for me to even go long here at this point because we could be hitting our heads here. And it's like the first time we get a second entry long happens to be right at the point of contention. Makes it difficult for me. Clearly above the 20 May. Could be hitting our heads here, so I can't go long. We do have a potential failed second entry long here. I'm almost more enticed to go to the second, just fail second entry long here, but I'm just sitting on my pause. I need more. I need a clear direction here. This is too unsure for me. We are hitting our heads here on this pivot high, back here. Could create a double top. I mean, definitely creating some sort of resistance here. Right, that failure actually makes a point. There's room to the 20 MA here. But for me, a little too confusing. You usually want to go short when you're thinking you're in a downtrend. I don't think we're in a downtrend right now. I need more price action to tell me it's a downtrend, and I don't see a good short opportunity there. I need to find a good long opportunity here. We may get a long here off the 20 MA now. After that failed trap here, am I looking to go long now? I need a better signal bar than that. Super strong uptrend. Starting to show weakness now. Breaking below the 20 MA. It was very fragile, even though it's very strong. We're bouncing off of this double top here. Swing traders are looking for a 2x risk reward on this signal bar. Let's see if they get it. If they get it, then we know that bears are in town. They're ready to rumble. Oh, do I want to go long here? I'm gonna go long here. Good signal bar, uptrend. I'm only trading with 2 contracts, and it's because I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. I mean, we're in a strong uptrend, and we are making a double top here, and I could be trying to go long at the top of this trend, and I might get burned here. But good signal bar. It was an inside bar, and that could burn me, but it's all good, pandas. I'll take the hit here. I don't mind that. 2 contracts, so 1, 2, 3 points of risk, $300. We'll take that hit, and we learn a valuable lesson. Yeah, don't go long into double tops. It got me. The first good second entry long, in my opinion, I just wanted to take it on that strong uptrend. I wanted to take, that was the first good second entry long with a good signal bar, and unfortunately, it gets me on the first second entry long on this uptrend. And in my opinion, I just wanted to take it. I had to take it. I had to take it, in my opinion. I had to take that. Get burned a little bit, but it's all good. It's only $300. We'll make it up. Swing traders make their swing trade. As you can see, it bounces off of this 2x risk reward on that signal bar. And this is why we're bouncing right there, and we may reverse here. And this is an H4 setup. Do I want to try again? It's too late now. Already scalps out. That was a better trade. I should have maybe waited for that swing trade to finish before going long. That was a scalp right there. A little red. It's all good, pandas. Got the H4 set up off of the 20 MA. Could push higher now. I'm looking for that new high. Yeah, I mean, for me, I had to take that first. I had to try that, the first decent second entry long on this uptrend. I wanted to take it. Now looking for that new high. New high created. If I traded that correctly, I could have swung trade this, do a swing trade here. But it's all good, Panis. You know, you go in a little too early, and voila. It's unfortunate. It's all good though. Not even mad. Not even mad, bro. We broke above this double top, but we do have to break a trend to new high here, in my opinion. That's a strong uptrend. It's just unfortunate it wanted to make that H4 setup, but I only traded 2 contracts, half size. I was thinking maybe I was to go in again here, but I didn't want a double loss. The H4 setup. Maybe I wasn't thinking fast enough, but when it bounced off that swing trade, maybe it was a good entry here. I didn't like how it was below the 20 MA, like just a tad. I didn't like that. Looking for a setup. I have nothing here. In my opinion, this is the time for the reversal. Even if it's a strong uptrend, this is the time for the reversal here. So I may miss another second entry long off of 20 MA because I'm looking for a reversal, but it's the name of the game. A, B, actually triggers below it, creating that C, making a potential second entry long here. Or hidden second entry long if it breaks above this candle high. Way too far away from 20 MA for me. I'm sitting on my pause. We're beginning to reverse this really strong downtrend, and it's basically a V bottom at this point. 50% of this big spike down. %50 marks right here. We're at the 50% mark of that breakdown. Big breakdown. Bulls are strong. I'll just say that. You know, I'm thinking I thought we are gonna have a strong bear trend, but it looks like we're having a strong uptrend day today. We'll see. Will I take this trap? It's really late in trend. We're at the 50% mark too. I'm not gonna take this trap. Just skipping it. Too far from 20 May. No trap to be had. Yeah, Cycle Clam's trying to figure out why that didn't work out. Could be I mean, some people don't like the inside bars. I don't mind trading inside bars, especially if it looks bullish like this. But yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Not sure why that didn't work out. Could be maybe some chop here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, kind of overlapping. But in my opinion, I was looking for a long trade to enter, and yeah, it just happens to work on the H4 instead of the two-legged pullback here. Some funky things happening with these candles here. Actually, no, this is fine. I might have a second entry. A, B, C, second entry long off the 20 MA, strong uptrend. my opinion, this is where we should reverse. I'm gonna skip this second entry long. We'll take a second entry short actually if we get it. Even the good signal bar, I mean, we're kind of far away from 20 MA. I usually like to take the traps beneath the 20 MA, so this is a little awkward. In fact, I'm gonna wait for that. This could trap here. If we push up higher, then just thinking pure uptrend here. Right, this is a place where we should reverse, right? With this break of trend to new high, we should reverse in this area, but instead we are pushing higher and potentially making another new high, and it makes me wonder what is happening. Right, we're just getting just a massive uptrend, massive downtrend pre-market, massive uptrend. Kind of shows you really like news doesn't really matter. I think at the end, news is it just provides volatility in the market, in my opinion. I don't think it really decides what happens to the market, because if news was important, right, why are we reversing this huge downtrend? Like, why are we reversing it within like pre-market and then open, right? It doesn't make sense to me. We may try to fill some gap here, I'm not sure, but this is wild. Strong push up. Do have a wedge here, type of wedge, and it's still clearly above the 20 MA. So I'm sitting on my pause. That was a two-legged pullback here, but like I mentioned, I was looking for a reversal after this break of trend to new high. So I'm not looking to go long there, but now this uptrend is so strong, it makes me want to go long, but I feel like it's still late in trend. It might get me again. It's unfortunate it got hit here. I must have read something wrong here. Pandas, let me know your thoughts on why this trade failed, right? Why this was a bad setup. Give me your thoughts in the chat. What are your thoughts on why this one failed? I'm trying to rack my brain, but I mean, you can say maybe because it was an inside bar, which that's debatable if that is actually a bad thing. Getting a push up here off the 20 MA. Aaron Corn says because it was an L4 reversal. I didn't even catch that, but that is an L4 reversal. That's actually pretty tricky. That's actually a good point. We may have a second entry long here, pandas. It is turning to a spike in channel. Doji bar. Not looking to go long here. If you give me a better signal bar, the second one, I may be interested in going long. But we're also at that 50% mark on that breakdown. So that could act as resistance here. It makes me hesitant to go long, but yeah, I can't go long here, unfortunately. My paws are trembling now. I'm second guessing everything at this point. I just don't know what a good setup is anymore. My world has been ruined. I'll take a stab here. If this reverses, I'll take a swing trade here. If this traps, I'll take a swing trade to see what happens. And I'll take it 2 times risk reward as always. No trap to be had. Second entry long is successful. And that is that's ugly price action. You don't want that kind of price action when you're in a trade. Ends up working out for you very nicely here. Breaking above. I mean, we're just rocking and rolling here. Can't go long at the top of this channel. Not for me, at least. Sitting on my pause. And you might say, like, okay, why didn't I enter any of these trades? Well, terrible signal bar. I mean, the one trade I entered in, I thought it was a good setup. It ends up not working out. But in my opinion, I'd rather lose on a good setup than win on a bad setup. Winning on bad setups creates bad habits. Right? This doesn't work out here, but you know, honestly, that works out so many times that I don't mind missing that. I mean, we basically retraced the entire breakdown here. So the breakdown means almost nothing at this point. We're above the 50% mark of the breakdown, right? This is where we got the profit taking here. We broke above it. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Bull Palm says sack of clams. There was also a micro trend. I mean, this could be the trend line that we're looking for. Possibly. That could be a micro trend line that we wanted to play out. Unsure. Micro trend needed to play out. I mean, I'm guessing, you know, you're thinking the micro trend here, you know, it could be like break a trend to new low, and that's what you're looking for. Possibly. It's just like, in my opinion, if you're waiting for like these micro trends, like micro trends are, in my opinion, a lot of them are made hindsight bias. You know, you can see when they do those daily chart reviews, like, oh, I'm gonna put this here, now it makes sense. You know, it's just all hindsight bias. At the time, it looked like a decent trade. Brenda says bullish inside bar next to a very strong previous bearish bar, maybe. Okay, inside bar, possibly because of the inside bar. Just watching this. Above our channel here. Almost want to take this trap to go along at this point. Just buy anything long. It's always in long. Just buy anything you can. Even if you bought that long here, that's trap, you would have made a swing trade almost. I probably would have taken that trade if I wasn't on stream. Probably would have. We are hitting our heads actually on the bottom of this trend line now. I mean, we are just rocking and rolling. We're having a hard time breaking beneath the 20 MA this entire way. And it just shows incredible strength from the bulls. Incredible, incredible strength. I'm not looking really to go short ever. Until we can confidently trade underneath the 20 MA. But that volatility today, incredible. Super strong down move, super strong up move. Let's look at the 5 minute. This is how our 5 minute looks like. Like, how wonky is this? Just straight down, straight up. Like, if I go back, like, the price action covers like last like 2 days worth of price action, and or basically like an entire day. Just straight down traps. Man, if this traps here, this could be a strong move up, because this is gonna be another trap. This is gonna be a genuine trap trade here on the daily. Also potential L4 setup on the daily chart. Market's keeping us on our toes. Decent push down, but means nothing to me. Still above the 20 MA. Could mark this spike in channel. Spike channel here. Pandas, hope you guys are doing amazing. Hey, make sure you guys scalp that like button if you're just joining on Bye Money. We're a little red today, but pandas, it's all good. You know why? Because this is someone else's money. Every single day we trade risk-free with 8 picks funded traders. And if you're interested in trading risk-free, then make sure you guys sign up. There is a 50% off code on the bottom of your screen. They are a prop firm, and if you can pass their evaluation, they give you a funded account. So if you want, and with the 50% off code, you basically can get a 150K account for just $150, right? You just need to pass the evaluation, and you get funded 150. We're almost gonna fill this gap here. When we come to the close, we'll fill that gap essentially. What a insane type of move. Both ways. Absolutely incredible. I mean that's as close as a V bottom as you can get. Everything long is making money. Everything long is making scalps. There's a link in the pinned message. There's a link in the pinned message for those who are interested in signing up. Right now we're trading $300,000 worth of funding, and we are trading a $300,000 account. This small little $300 loss is nothing, pandas. We'll make up for it. Russell H says, "You're hilarious, man. It's your money when you're winning, but not your money when you're down." It's actually true, though, right? Your losses, right? Apex will take all the losses. Right? You can take all the gains, but if you actually, lose money, bust your account, then Apex takes all the risk. But if you make money, that's money that's yours. You can keep that. So it may sound like it, right? It might sound a little confusing, but that's actually true, right? I don't lose any money doing this. I don't lose any of my own personal capital, let's just say that. Sure, I'll lose the profits I made on this account, but at the end, I don't really lose any of my own profits, my own capital. We finally trigger reversal on the 10K chart. Finally poked below it. That's the first reversal in this entire uptrend. That's the first time we broke the previous candle's low. The 5 minute, this entire up move, we have not broke below previous candle's low yet. This move, technically, I think is stronger than this move here. We're down 300, but it's all good, pandas. Richard Velma has a good problem. Lately, I only find more reasons not to trade a setup. In the end, most of them work. It's a confusing situation. You might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Actually, incredible, pandas. This whole thing is a two-legged move on the 10K chart. It's just two legs. A, B, C. This is a two-legged move on the 10K chart. This entire thing is just a two-legged move. Absolutely incredible. No setups here for us. I'm thinking we're gonna hit yesterday's close. I mean, in my opinion, we're so close. We're most likely gonna hit yesterday's close, but I'm not sure. Which makes me want to go long here off the 20 MA. But we do have to break a trend to new high. Could have a reversal set up here. Let's see if we can get a reversal setup. I'll take a reversal setup here. Fail second entry long. We're below the 20 MA now. We do have break a trend new high. I mean, it's a strong uptrend, so typically you don't look for these here. But because we're below the 20 MA at this point, I mean, it's a better setup in my opinion to look for the second entry short, or fail second entry long, than the second entry long, in my opinion. Right? Maybe come back to our trend line here. Strong push down. Decent push down here. That's the measure move, or that's the 2 times risk reward swing trade. I'm gonna take this short trade here, pandas. I don't like taking outside bar reversals, but I take one here. And then we'll see if we can get this swing trade here. Let's finish the swing off. Technically my the signal bar is this bar itself, so technically I would have to close it above this itself, the signal bar. I could try to do it here looking for a swing trade, but that's pretty big risk, right? We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of risk. I'll take the hit here if it does happen. And it's fine. You know, I took the outside bar reversal thinking we can get that swing trade, and not liking that second entry long, liking the fail second entry short more. And we're going to see if we can get a small swing trade, if we can finish off that swing trade here. Now we're bouncing off this trend line here. And this could reverse here, who knows. I like it if we can get that swing trade. Finish it off. In fact, I should have just scalped out here because I'm kind of getting late in the swing trade and we could bounce up back here. That could be the case. I don't like this because I typically look for a long trade here now. Yeah, I'm going to skunk this actually. Skunk this trade if I can. I just skunked that trade. If it does make it, it's because I have bamboo paws, pandas. But I'm skunking that trade because I don't like how we're bouncing off here, and my stop is too low for this swing trade. Because think about it, if you're in the swing trade, your stop is up here, and my stop will be here to finish off that swing trade. I should have scalped out 1 point and be happy with that in that situation, but ends up hitting the swing anyways. It's all good, pandas. I had my reasons why I wanted to get out of there. It's because my stop would have been too short, like too close, when I entered that swing trade too late, essentially. So that's why I got out of that trade. But below the 20 MA, I mean, not a bad short there. I could have at least scalped out, and I should have just scalped out. I didn't think about it. I thought we could just like quickly get here. We had a strong bear bar ending us on its low, but then we started to have some support here off of this trend line. I didn't like that, so I got scared. I got scared. I'm trading scared right now, to be honest. I mean, after that one loss, I'm just like, do I know what good setups are anymore? Ends up being a nice reversal here. Pandas. Painful. You know, when you enter a good trade and you hold it till you get stopped. Enter another good trade and you skunk it because you're worried. Bamboo paws, pandas. Bamboo paws. That's why you gotta stick to the plan. But at least for me, the reason why I did get out is because I should have scalped. Instead of scalping, I tried to hold it for a swing that didn't make sense off of this swing, because my stop had been too short. Like if I were gonna take that swing, I have to put my stop actually way up here. That would be the only way to make sense. And I didn't know this was gonna happen. So that's the reason why I just skunked it, because I feel like I missed my scalp. I thought it was gonna reverse on me off of this trend line, and I just was too worried and I skunked it. So my first mistake was I should have just scalped out right there and just been happy with my $100. It's not about confidence. Maybe it says, dude, you do this way too often. Have confidence, buddy. You got this. I mean, I do appreciate the encouragement, but that's not a confidence thing. That was an analytical thing. That was a thing that I said, okay, it doesn't make sense. I have to put my stop up here, and I did that wrong. I basically entered that trade wrong. Like I should have just scalped out right there, but instead it already scalped out, started to reverse on me a little bit, thinking, I might have made a mistake here. It doesn't make sense for my stop to be here if I'm looking for the swing trade. My stop has to be up here. So that's why I got out of that trade. I skunked it, and I'm just happy I skunked it, and I'm glad with that skunk. I don't mind skunking that. We move on to the next trade, pandas. It's as simple as that. Yeah, something interesting happens here actually, because this trap fails, right? It doesn't make a point here. And when this trap fails and it reverses with this reversal here off of, amazingly, off of the bottom of this trend line here, we're actually getting some strong movement downwards, and we are in a downtrend. We are currently in a downtrend, and we have this first break of trend here. So what we're looking for now is a new low, preferably a two-legged pullback new low. But we could also be, right, first break of this trend, looking for a new high. That could happen. Close to the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. Far away from the 20 EMA on the 5-minute. The 5-minute chart needs to make another leg up, in my opinion. Has to make one more leg up on the 5-minute. It's making a new low on the first entry here, potentially. Double bottom. The double bottom is off of the 20 EMA on the 10K chart, as you guys can see. Still looking for a new low, and I'm almost tempted. All right. So almost tempted to go short here, because typically when this happens, when we break below this low, we actually push pretty strong. The main thing stopping me is a 10K 20 EMA blocking me from wanting to go short here. But it is first break of trend. We're still looking for a new low. I actually like that signal bar a lot. Darn it. It doesn't, I mean, it's a perfect scalp, but it's basically the first two-legged pullback on the 10K chart forming here off the 20 MA. Right, the 10K producing A, B, C.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap on the 10K chart potentially here. But it'll be an outside bar reversal. And this is actually a trap here. I don't like how it's beneath the 20 MA. I don't want to go long into the 20 MA. I don't like going long or short. I don't like going into the 20 MA. Typically. If this goes on without me, it's just a trade I can't really take. I'm not taking that trade. The 10K is about to trigger the trap here. If we break this pivot high, the 10K does trigger the trap on the outside bar reversal. That's why I didn't want to go short here, pandas. That's why I didn't want to go short, because you got that 20 MA on the 10K chart just blocking you, I think, as support. We do create the outside bar reversal on the 10K chart. I might look for a lower high setup or higher low setup here. Gonna enter this lower high setup. Mostly because we are we have triggered that outside bar trap on the 10K chart, thinking we can get a lower high setup here, pushing back into our channel. Pretty terrible signal bar. We want a better signal bar than that. I need a good signal bar here. If it's a bad signal bar, I'm not interested. It will be our first entry. The fact that we broke above this high makes this a first entry now. Actually, breaking above this high made it a first entry. Terrible signal bar. Skipping this trade. I wanted a lower high setup, thinking we're going to make another push up. In my opinion, the 5-minute needs to make one more leg up. Also bouncing off the 20 EMA on the higher time frames. Very confusing, right? When the 10K has an outside bar reversal, right? Breaks below, triggers that reversal, then breaks back above, triggering that reversal, and now it's coming back down. Makes me feel like the market's very confused right now. I will basically take a second entry, fail second entry short at this point. Confusing price action below the 20 MA. Nightbot is kind of straight. If you're a panda, you should be okay.
10,000 tick trap.
There's a higher low setup. I'll only take a fail second entry short here to go long at this point. It's just too confusing. Or it could be a second entry long, actually. We can get a second entry long setup. A, B, C, A. But now we're like below the 20 MA. It's a little weird. It's just a little weird. A little confusing right now. That is a higher low setup. You do scalp out there. Potentially. I want to go long here. I actually want to go long here. I'm going to go long here if I can get it. Could suffer a loss here. Oh no, it got me. It's tricking me. The main reason is because the second entry long actually does trigger on the 10K chart. Technically, my stop loss needs to be down here. It's a big stop loss. Maybe we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. It's a two-legged pullback. Oh man, I could be suffering here. I'm gonna let it play out though. If it gets me, it gets me. Second entry long. Pikachu trade on the 10K chart. First two-legged pullback off of 20 MA on the 10K. And we could get wrecked here. I'm looking for 2 points though off this Pikachu. Now would I reverse my trade? Nah, I'll just get hit. Fine either way in the outcome. I'm trading smaller, only 2 contracts, so I'm willing to have a big stop loss here because it's like, you know, I might be down like $1,000 at the end of the day, but it's okay, pandas. Down $1,000 is nothing. I wanted that Pikachu, and it does trigger, and it looks like it's trying to trap me out again. If it does trap me out here, then it is what it is, and move on. Moving on, pandas. But I see a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA on the 10K chart, and I wanted to take it. Just watching. Man, I want to skunk this now. And it's like one of those, like, when you skunk it, right when you skunk it, it actually goes and reaches your target, and it feels like it will do that. So I'm just gonna let this play out, pandas. Let's see what happens. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA on the 10K chart. Pikachu trade to the long side. Looking for 2 points here. Right, the risk is large, $800. Do not copy my trades. Trade at your own risk. If it gets me, it gets me. We move on. I mean, it's a little maybe a little too much over, like too much chop here, like 1 2 3 4 bars of chop. That could be what gets me. It's not the cleanest second entry long, but it was a trap trade, so that's why I wanted to take it specifically, because of the Pikachu on the 10k. And the Pikachus on 10k, man, they're just a reliable setup, especially off of key entry, and that's why I want to take it. But you know, it is what it is. We'll let it play out here. Almost touches my target, and I'm looking for 2 points here because the amount of risk is 8 points. So in my opinion, I gotta go for 2 points here. I cannot risk less than, like, I need to look for 2 points on an 8-point risk, because over time I almost want to skunk this. This is not looking good. I don't like how this looks like. I just want to skunk it, but I'll take the Pikachu either way. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Whew. Let's go, baby. Pikachu off the 20 MA, 10k chart. It made me nervous. I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous. A little nervous there. Ends up being a trap trade on the 2k chart, which I would have taken that trade by itself, actually. If I saw that happening, I would have just taken that on the 2k chart. I didn't realize that was happening on 2k. I mean, I don't know for you guys. It sounds like you guys are nervous. I was not nervous at all. I mean, wow. You have to have a strong heart if you're gonna trade them. If you're gonna day trade, you have a strong heart. That was so frustrating, to be honest. Like, scalps, you typically want them to just finish, but that took so long to finish. It's annoying. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Oh, down 100. I mean, that's fine. I'll take that. Make sure you guys scalp that like button so I can pay for my medical bills after having a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie, there were many times I wanted to skunk that trade. I just like wanted, this is taking too long. I want to skunk it. Whoo. Down 100. I would like to end green today, but market's getting kind of choppy now, and I don't like that price action. I don't like how this looks like, but the 5 minute does make the second push up here, making its own two-legged pullback. And in my opinion, yeah, I mean, really, a lot of things can happen here. Anything can happen at this point. We're bouncing off the 240 SMA. I mean, with such a strong uptrend, you're thinking, you know, we're gonna try to fill this gap, but I mean, this looks weak right now. I mean, definitely the uptrend is done. And we're starting to, that's a L4 setup, outside bar reversal. So as you can see, we're making a bunch of outside bar reversals. Outside bar reversal here, another outside bar reversal here. There's too many outside bar reversals to feel confident in any trade, and that's when I get chopped up. When I start to see a lot of outside bar reversals, I just get, that actually is the most annoying thing to me. This is a long trade. Second entry long here. I'm not sure if I like it though. A, B, C. I'm probably gonna skip this trade. I actually might take the reversal on this if it happens. Thinking we might come back into our trading range that was developed here. I'm skipping this trade. I mean, it's just too choppy. I don't feel confident at all, right? Especially with all these outside bar reversals. I don't have any confidence in, you know, this could be an outside bar reversal now too. You know, who just knows at this point? It's very choppy. Skipping this trade. Decent signal bar above the 20 MA. Sure, does scalp out, but I don't like it. I don't like the choppiness that we have right now. Especially I don't like it after an L4 setup. All right, let's mark our channels here. Trying to figure out what's going on. Most likely trying to make a new high here. Hey pandas, give me a 1 in the chat if you're green today. Give me a 2 if you're red. Give me a 3 if you're flat. Making that new high? New high just made. On the higher time frame, that's a first break of trend to new high. I mean, it's too like a pullback off the 20 MA. I mean, this could be an entire swing trade. Who knows? Swing trade will be up to here. Let's go, baby. Love seeing those ones. Yeah, some of us, man. I'm a 2. I'm a 2. I mean, I'm negative $100 right now. So Bernadette says so red. Hey, but the thing is, pandas, if you guys are red today, guess what? If you're trading Apex, it ain't your money. Trade that risk free. Two times risk reward. About to be hit on the 10,000 tick chart. Right here. There's one leg up. It needs 2 legs up. So even if it hits it, most likely one more leg up. Most likely trying to fill this gap. Big push up. You could have a runner here as well because there's a gap here. Hopefully you guys have a runner on this. That'd be nice. If you guys do. Andrew Gibson says, made 5K in my eval account and blew up my live account. Oh no. Oh no. Taking this long here. This is really far away and it's risky, but the trend is so strong. I'm gonna take this long trade here. It's a trap trade. Do not copy my trades. If I lose it, I lose it. But the trend is so strong to me, it's worth taking for a scalp. In this trade, looking for a scalp here. Touches my target, starting to reverse on me. Tickles my target again. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I'm currently just 0 right now, but obviously with some commissions, I'm a little red today. Let's go, baby. The super strong uptrend. I'll take that trap. Always in long, right? All these bull bars, right? Al Brooks, always in long, right? We're also within our trend line. Quick scalp. 10,000 tick makes its 2 times risk reward in 1 leg. We're expecting 1 more leg up here, pandas. I mean, this is a strong uptrend. If we break yesterday's high, the daily actually created an outside bar reversal. Oh man, that's insane. Outside bar reversal, and we might push up higher. Actually fill that gap, hit yesterday's close. Andrew Gibson says, it was a 25K account from Lilu during the $23 sale, so I'm really just out the data charge for that one. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm saying. This is risk-free. Even if you blow your account, at the end, what do you really risk? All you end up risking is that evaluation fee. The reason why I just scalped out here, pandas, is because I did think we were going to hit yesterday's close. We were so close to it. I just didn't know in what manner we were going to hit it. Like, we could have gone up, come down, come back, blah, 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 go back and forth, and finally hit it. I don't know. Could have happened. But at least for me, the higher probable trade was just a scalp. Andy Hajik says, 60-point swing long. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Get that bamboo. Bouncing off yesterday's close, I mean, in my opinion, we are making an outside bar reversal. Might as well just trigger it. Might as well just trigger it, in my opinion. Creating that L4 setup on the daily. Seems like you guys are doing well. I'm glad you guys are. Oh boy, what a wild week. Man, that volatility. I mean, we just ate up yesterday's gains in one swing and then made it back up in one swing. That's actually crazy to me. That's actually crazy. On the 5 minute, we have a 2-legged pullback forming here. Actually weird on the 5-minute, the bars are a little different. We do have a two-legged pullback on the 5-minute. I almost want to go short here, just get a point. Thinking that'd be pretty easy to get a point. I mean, when we're bouncing off a resistance like this, I typically don't like to go long after we bounce off clearly a resistance. Right, we bounce off perfectly, like to the tick. So I typically don't like to trade right back into that, because when we have a bounce like that, usually pretty strong. Pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. We're currently at $0 right now. And you know, had 2 scalps to make up for that 1 loss. But yeah. Basically entered, like, after that 1 loss, I entered like 2 or 3 good trades, skunked 1 of them, and 2 of them were successful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 5-minute, I was willing to just take that short here just for a scalp, but now that we're on this trend line, it makes me want to go long now. I actually want to go long. We're on this trend line, but if it traps here as well, I mean, that's tricky. Decent signal bar, but below the 20 MA, but off our trend line. So with that, I must sit on my pause. Conflicting information for me. Does scalp out. I'm fine with that. Maybe a higher low setup. I might go long. I'll look for a higher low setup. I'll take a higher low setup here. Higher low off our trend line. Makes a micro double bottom at this point. Micro double bottom doesn't give us our higher low setup. Sitting on our pause. You can only take what the market gives you. If it doesn't give it to you, then just move on. Andrew Gibson says, I'm praying in several languages. So we don't get our setup. Maybe it's a micro double bottom. We just need 1 more tick below for us to enter that trade, but fortunately goes on without us. Doesn't. The market was stingy for us right there. Give us a micro double bottom instead of a second entry or a second pullback here. Technically 3rd pullback. Just watching here. No setups. Some may take this as a failed second entry long and thinking this could reverse the market. I'm going to set my pause right. That the bar is a little too bullish for me. Plus, you know, this long actually does make a nice little swing trade here. I'm not sure if it's 2 times risk. Almost 2 times risk, misses by 1 point. Or 1 tick. 2 ticks. Right, now we got break a trend to new low here. Break a trend to new low. The new low typically has 2 legs down, so we'll see if we get another leg down here. Very interesting. We bounced off yesterday's close like that, filled that gap perfectly and bounced off of it. Makes me wonder what's happening today. Like, are we gonna reverse right here? Because we just reversed. We just had a strong breakdown, strong reversal, and might have another breakdown here. It's rare to see, but it could happen. You know, a perfect hit like that. No entries for us, Panda. So this market is just being super stingy. Can't get into any of these things. Even if there's a trap, I could have at least thought about entering, but it's not even a thought because there's no setup whatsoever. Now we're pushing super strong down. Very interesting. Interesting here. 5 minute may come back to the 20 EMA. That's might be what it's trying to do. The 10K already hitting the 20 EMA. Would I take a trap trade here? Probably not, right? In my opinion, taking this trap this late in this breakout makes more sense to me than taking a trap here this late on this breakout, because this is much stronger than this, right? We already have break a trend to new low here. Here, no break a trend, right? It's just straight up and many bull bars in a row. Here, we have a mix of bull bars, bear bars. So if we have a trap here, since it's late in the trend and far away from 20 MA, I'm not interested in that trap. Right? This is qualitatively different than this. And this is why I took this trap here and I would skip a trap on this side. I look for a two-legged pullback, maybe to the downside, because this is looking like a downtrend now. This is unusual. We shouldn't be seeing that, especially on a strong uptrend. This is unusual. Something's happening. Like we're getting a like the market cycle starting to look different. Could turn to a trading range at some point. No entries for us whatsoever, though. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. It does matter because it might influence our next trade, but in terms of us missing this, it doesn't matter because there's no way for us to enter this. Right? This reversal is very good, actually. More than 2 times risk reward. In fact, we see a little bounce off that 2 times risk reward, and it pushes further down. Measure move also being hit. Measure move here. Right, that 2 times risk reward is more than that measure move, so. Nice if I get one more setup, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, Pandas. That's insane. I mean, we broke this low here. We're at this low. I mean, a bounce, perfect fill in the gap, and a reversal this strong makes me wonder what's happening here. This could be a bear leg in a trading range. It bounces off here around this area where we had a bunch of price action. Strong bull bar. I'm not going to take that reversal. Very risky. Right, when you're in a downtrend, it's hard to go long like that. Another push down, breaking the new low, making a new low here. Absolutely no setups for us, just watching this go without us. It is what it is. You know, there's nothing I would really trade in this, all of this. If you're Al Brooks, maybe, always in short. You sell here, right? Let this finish out. Sell again. Keep selling until you lose. I was like so certain we were gonna break above the other side. If we go back all the way down here again, pandas, that is actually insane volatility in my opinion. That is really, that to me, wow. If that happens, wow. Wow. If that actually does happen, this market truly can do whatever it wants. That is crazy. But that's not what I'm already thinking. Like, we're gonna come back to the bottom here. Huge trading range. Strong downtrend. I mean, this is a reversal setup. It's just this bar is not, that's not the reversal I would like to typically enter into. Huh. It's funny because a 5-minute, this is just a two-legged pullback on the 5-minute. A, B, C. That's all that was. Maybe he just wanted to make a two-legged move. And in my opinion, most likely we'll make some sort of two-legged move on the 5-minute. Something like this. I want one more trade. I do want to end the stream, but I want one more trade before I end it. So we are bouncing off this area here. This could be our trading range. Yesterday's close to here. Man. H4 setup. Absolutely incredible. This move. To me, I actually don't care about the move. What's more annoying is that there were no setups. There's no setups for us. That's a frustrating thing. You're just watching this going like, I wish I had a setup so I can get in here. It's a first entry. We made a new low with that first entry. Absolutely incredible. I didn't realize this, but the 10,000 tick chart actually has a trading range forming here. on 10,000 tick, and we broke above it and came back to the bottom of the trading range on the 10,000 tick chart. That is absolutely amazing. The 10K may be marking for us our trading range. Will not take this short if it does trap. I'm skipping this trap. Strong downtrend. Jeez. I don't even know how to draw this spiking channel, maybe? Spike channel? Channel is very steep. Typically it's not this steep. Posture check. Make sure your posture is good, pandas. Posture is one of the important things when you trade. Staring at the computer all day. Most of the time slouching. If you want to be in this in the long term, you gotta have a good posture. No setups. Strong push up above the 20 MA. Right, 10K chart marking for us beautifully our trading range, and it marked it way over here. Saw this cluster of candles and start to mark a trading range. Just waiting, pandas, for a setup. I want one more setup, and it's just taking forever. Almost going along here. We're actually looking for one more leg down on both the 5-minute. Actually, this first break of trend. We need a new low here. Surprisingly, we're going to need a new low. Surprisingly. And my only setup for a short trade at this point will most likely be a failed trap to the long side. Unfortunately, and it's going to be hard to come by. A, B, C, A. Failed trap. Trap, failure. I'm looking for a new low. Or we can just maybe something like this. Lower high, second entry. Possibly. Maybe interested in that. But it's a little above the 20 MA, so it kind of like A little conflicting here. Typically don't like to take these trades. I think the market is confused. Such a strong push down, but second entry short, lower high setup above the 20 MA. Little wonky here. It's a little wonky trade here if I were to go short. In fact, what it ends up looking like a two-legged pullback. But we should be looking for a new low, so that's why I'll be tempted to take this, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like the long because I'm looking for a new low. I don't like the short because we're above the 20 MA. Very confusing. Most of the times I skip these trades. It's my experience too. I've been burned by these. Okay. May get a second entry short here. I mean, we're clearly above the 20 MA, so I cannot go short here. You know, it doesn't make sense for me to go short here. Yeah, it could trap here. Who knows? I'm gonna sit in my pause. I usually don't take shorts above the 20 MA. So thoughts and prayers to those who took that short. Hopefully it doesn't trap you out. Almost traps you out. And it looks like you might get your scalp here. Unsure though. Still uncertain. I'll be sweating if I was short there. And I can't take this long trade either because I'm looking for a new low. It doesn't make sense for me to look for a long trade right now. What does make sense is if this trap fails, which I mentioned a while back. If we trap here and that trap fails, that'll be my main short trade. I mentioned it about 5 minutes ago. My setup is a failed trap here. If this trap fails, I'll look to go short here. And it currently hasn't made a point yet, so it's trapped right now. It doesn't make a point until the 25s. That's a perfect scalp. I'm actually looking to go short here. Could be risky because we're above the 20 MA, but this failed trap makes me want to go short here. And this is the setup I mentioned a while back. I would only take a failed trap here to go short, and this is a failed trap, so here I am going short. Even though it's above the 20 MA, I like the setup because I'm looking for a new low and see if we can get a scalp here. Looks like it might trap us out again, but there's a good signal bar, failed trap, and looking for a new low. So you could actually try to swing trade this, but I'm just gonna come out with a scalp if I can even get that. Looks like it wants to trap me out though. Right, that's not the reaction you want to see. You don't want to see it just reverse and keep going up, making a bullish body here. You don't want to see that when you're short. I don't want to see that, pandas. But this is my last trade of the stream, so win or lose, I'm done. Failed trap trade. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. How long ago did I say I wanted that trap, that setup? Took forever, but that's the setup I was looking for. Failed trap, right? A, B, C, trap, right? Second entry short, trap, and that trap fails. That's the setup I was looking for, and we got it. So, call me a prophet. The prophet of prophets. Let's go, baby. All right, pandas. That was my last trade. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, pre-market show, 9:15 for the main stream. And hope everyone trade safe. Happy trading. God bless. Bye.